Okay, now we're going to take a look at another sequence. We go in for the hip throw, but as we saw in the previous sequence, when someone tries to hip throw, it's very easy to counter by hipping in. So we know this, and we know that a savvy opponent might see it coming. So as we go to hip throw them, we know they may hip in, so instead we can fake the hip throw to get them to push their hips forward, which makes them very susceptible to a rear trip, exactly as we looked at in set 10, sequence 5, 10.5. So here we go rear trip, pull their hip to the ground, and now come up on top, all the way to the mount. And now we go for our collar choke, but they look to defend, so there's a variation on the bridge and roll escape where they pin our arm to their chest with this gable grip. Instead of falling for it, first we lean to the side. Second, we push their elbow to their ribs and bring the outside of our right ribs to the outside of their elbow, trapping it to their chest. And now as we bring our elbow, or lean our weight rather, to the side, it forces their arm across. With the elbow out of the way, nothing's impeding our knee from sliding all the way up. We pull up on their far arm, come under for S mount, and now peel and isolate that far or that close arm and attack the armbar from S mount. So again, we fake the hip throw, go behind, come all the way to the mount, start setting up our choke, and as they defend, we push their arm across, slide all the way up, pull, and notice we get up on these toes. This is an important part of S-mount. If you don't have this, even though you might have a lot of weight on the person, if you're just on the instep or the flat part of the foot, they can bridge into you and nothing's really stopping that. These toes really facilitate or give you extra base. Now say sometimes it happens, we get turf toe, this doesn't feel good. If that were the case, you can mitigate the risk of being bridged this way by simply leaning extra towards your head, or leaning a little more towards your head. Now here again, with the most common mistake with the armbar is falling back before this leg is over the head. That can be prevented or made easier to do by touching your head to this knee and then grabbing their leg, bringing that leg over their face, and we're good. Again, fake hip throw to get them to defend, rear trip, same as before, valley drop as it's called. Push their elbow to the side, slide up test mount, pull that arm up so that there's space for our leg to get in. And again, fake throw. This left hand, as we trip, really wants to pull backwards on their hip. Here, come all the way to the mount, open them up, they defend, pinch that elbow on the inside. Notice our ribs are pinning it. We slide up. Notice every time we slide to S mount, we're pushing off of these toes. Now we want our leg to come inside, so we have to pull up on this elbow in order to make that happen. Boom, we're good. And now, even if they try to defend, it's very difficult with this elbow pulled in. It's not a great spot to defend. To make this leg light, so it's easy to bring it over the head, we lean the head towards the knee, grab their leg, and we are good.